It's 101.1 The Wiz, DJ Easy. Listen, we are kicking it with a legend today, an absolute legend. Comedian.
We're trying to get it together. We are trying to get it together.
Listen, technical difficulties is a universal language for anybody. It doesn't matter who you are.
Facts, but we did it. We're here. Thanks for not giving up on me.
Ladies, oh, no, never. Couldn't I? A legend like yourself, I would have waited as long as possible.
You guys are great.
We got the wonderful Miss Tisha Campbell in the building. How are you?
I am joyful.
I love to hear that. That. You're pulling up right here to the 513, and I'm excited for that. I know the whole city is excited for it. Have you ever been so
excited? Yeah, you know what? I got a lot of family in Ohio.
Word, people don't
really? Yeah, mostly Cleveland. Most of my family's in Cleveland. But I have a lot of family. I'm supposed to be going to this family reunion next year. So yeah, I have a lot of family.
I spend a lot of time.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I have a lot of family too as well in Cleveland. So I love to hear that. The Clevelanders are strong.
A lot of Ohio ties.
You're also an October baby, like myself.
Yes. It's Libra season. I love it. I love birthdays. So I wanted to celebrate my birthday with you guys. I get to celebrate with you.
You're definitely celebrating with me. So my birthday's actually tomorrow. So
Happy yours birthday. Is the 13th. It is.
Thank you.
That's dope.
I just love that. Have you ever specifically performed at the Funny Bone?
No. This whole journey of stand-up is new for me. I just started doing stand-up this year.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, it's I guess during the COVID isolation, there are some things that I've always wanted to do that I was like, bump it. It's now or never. You know, you're just sitting alone with yourself, and anything that you've ever wanted to do, like I started writing, I started doing everything that I've been told that I shouldn't do. And so even with stand-up, I was scared. I was too scared. And for years, all the comedians that I've worked with said, you really should try it, Tisha. You really should try it. I was like, no, y'all just want me to bomb. I'm not getting up there. It's scary. It's one of the scariest things I've ever done, but it's the most rewarding. It was a mistake. It literally was a mistake. I was actually in Washington, D.C. going to support my friend D Nice. He had a 3-night stay residency at the Kennedy Center with Club Quarantine. So I was like, well, I'm going to be out there. I'm coming. And so the 3 nights consisted of a comedy night, Club Quarantine night, and a Club Quarantine gospel night. And so his host fell out. He was like, since you're going to be here, I was like, sure, I'll go up and I'll bring people up. That's no problem. And it was the likes of Michael Che, Sherry Shepherd, Gina Yashere, Chris Spencer. It was really, really great comedians. And so he was like, yeah, do 15 minutes before. And I was like, huh? What? Who? Me? So I literally had to go up there, tell a bunch of stories. And by the time I got off the stage, Chris Spencer was on the sidelines going, you did great. My agent wants to sign you. So I got a stand-up agent as I was getting off the stage. It's very cool.
What do you think is the biggest difference from going from the big screen to the live stage?
Oh, it's something that I've known all my life because I started out doing theater. I was a theater head. I did a lot of Broadway, off Broadway. That's and then it's kind of similar to sitcoms because sitcoms are like doing little theater plays every single week because you have the audience giving you feedback, the audience reacting. So it's very similar to that for me. But I think the biggest difference in all the other genres of this industry is that you have to be real and you have to tell your own stories. The people that I found growing up watching comedy, because I was never the comedy girl. Like, I couldn't get arrested doing comedy. They would not hire me on sitcoms, nothing. And so I started hanging out in the comedy clubs, trying to figure out what comedy was, because in the 90s, all these comedians were getting deals, and I knew I had to jump on and be somebody's girlfriend or somebody's wife, that I could not. Like, a casting director literally said to me, "You need sitcom classes." And I was like, "Oh, where do I get those?" And she was like, "There aren't any." Right? So I had to figure it out. And the people who were getting the deals were the ones who were telling their real life stories. The people who were vulnerable enough to get in front of people and try to make them laugh at their pain, those were the ones that was the most successful. And so I understood then that it was a thin line between drama and comedy. And if they were telling these stories in any other venue, it would break your heart, probably. But once I understood it, I was able to play off of them, enhance their own comedy and their comedy chops, and support them. So now that I'm on the forefront, I had to apply that to my own life and telling my own stories, because most people know me as a caricature or a character of a character. And I get to tell who I am, and people get to know who I am for the first time in my life. So it's kind of dope.
Being able to be vulnerable on stage is definitely something that is just absolutely a niche thing. A lot of people they bottle up when they're in front of big crowds and they have to perform and they have to do these things. I noticed that you haven't been doing things that you want for monetary value. You've been doing things that you love. How does that fine line between monetary value and things that you love, how do you balance that?
That's a really great question. The first part of it is that I never did any of this for the money. I never did it for the fame. I never did it for the prestige, just getting into this business. I think if you do it for the wrong reasons, you kind of get caught up. But my whole, like, when I was 5 years old, I tell the story often, but when I was 5 years old, I mean, we were really, really poor. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. I was raised in Newark, New Jersey, and we didn't have much. Like, we was eating syrup sandwiches and government cheese and hiding the toaster from the welfare man. You know what I mean? So, I just wanted to help my family. I got into this business because I started singing. My parents were singers. And I used to sing in churches and schools and stuff, but there was this talent contest when I was about 5, and there was a colored television, and my family didn't have a colored television that worked. So I asked my parents to enter me into this contest so I could win the second prize, that colored television. Well, I didn't win the colored television. I won the first prize. I won a car. And so I was pissed because I'm 5. So I throw the keys down and I go to kill my brother who's eating my Cheetos. And they stopped me right before I got to my brother. And they said, "You want a car? Where are you going?" And then I see my parents jumping up and down, my mother crying. And I was like, "Oh, right, we don't have a car either." And so that was my first introduction really to helping people, because I wanted to help my parents out of their circumstances. I wanted to help my brothers. And so I kept that theme going throughout my whole career. Honestly, I just wanted to be of service, to be of help, to make people cry, to make people laugh, to make people think, to change your mindset maybe now and then, but just to be of service. And I think, people who kind of can get caught up don't understand the difference between being an artist and being a celebrity. An artist is a person who understands that they're serving other people. A celebrity believes that they're supposed to be served. Now, they will get that lesson. Have patience with them. Oh, they're going to get that lesson one way or the other. But for me, this has been my ongoing theme in my entire career. And it's been an honor to serve y'all for 53 years now. I can't believe it's been 53
years in the making. And It's absolutely a blessing. It's absolutely a blessing just to be able to grow up and just watch your career over these years.
Oh,
And
thank
you're
you.
so down to earth, Miss Tisha. I absolutely love that.
That's my mama's
Just
fault.
staying grounded. Really? How so?
My mother and my father, yeah, I have great parents. Like when growing up in this business and doing it for so long, my parents never they still had me, washing the dishes, doing my chores, getting a bag of bags and bags of laundry and walking them down the street to the laundromat with my brother's crunchy drawers and all that stuff. I was still having to do all of that, even though I was working in show business. So my parents, they kept me really grounded. I think my surroundings did too, growing up in Newark and everything. I'm very proud of where I'm from. I'm very proud of growing up in the projects. We had a loving family, and I think that's what attributed to me being who I am today.
Yes. As your career continues on, what is something about your career that you wish you've known that you didn't know when you were first starting out?
Oh, man. That I could do anything, that I didn't have to listen to the noise. I listened to the noise for a while and I started to believe it. Even the most gifted person, if they're told over and over and over again that they can only do one thing. See, we are such a multi-hyphenated people. We can do whatever we want if we apply ourselves, and if we have, sometimes you got to find the resources, because I was never a dancer. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't afford the classes. And back in the day, in the 70s, classes only cost $5. You know what I'm saying? It was not a lot of money, but it was to us. We couldn't afford it. And so I had to figure out other ways of making resources where there were none. And even though I still did that, I still, at some point in my life, started to believe the crowd's noise. And when I say the crowd's noise, certain individuals will say, just stick to your day job. You're only a singer. You're only an actor. No, I can be a writer. I can create jobs for other people. I can do stand-up. And I think that's what COVID isolation did for me. It made me sit with myself and block out. There was no noise that was there to be had. So I blocked out everything and was like, I can be a better me. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how that all kind of came about. I think I answered your damn question.
In this day and age, you can be whatever.
Yeah.
You did. You answered my question.
Yeah, okay.
In this day and age.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just in this day and age, we're seeing a lot of television change from the time that you were in Wife and Kids.
Yes.
And how comedy was just a different thing now. With social media, and we have different Black comedians that are around my age. I'm turning 28, I would say.
Okay.
Do you think the landscape of television and social media has changed over the years?
Of course it has. And you know what? I think every 7 years there's some kind of shift. And I've always been one to pivot. I think social media and being influencers, utilizing social media as your own marketing tool, the fact that we have people like Shonda Rhimes and many others, Spike Lee, all of these people who paved the way for us to be seen and be represented on television, because there was a time when I was the only little girl Black little girl on screen. And Kim Fields had just finished like Facts of Life. And then I was doing something called Rags to Riches. And I was the only little Black girl being represented at that time. Representation it so matters, And I'm so glad that we are now being represented. We are now being able to go to the Emmys and win. Shout out to Cheryl Lee and all the others, or to the Oscars. We're being acknowledged. There was a time where I was like, my representation, or my publicist at the time, who happened to be Caucasian, she would tell me, there's no way you should put your name up for the Emmys because you're not going to win. And I'd say, why? And she'd say, because you're African American. And I go, okay. You know, we didn't look for acknowledgement. We just wanted to feed our families. And that was our major goal. When I say our, I'm thinking Tashina Arnold too, sorry, because I think like that with her. So we grew up in this business together, me and Tashina. And so sometimes I'll say we. I don't have split personalities. I actually talk about me and Tashina.
I just love the fact that you have this view and this aspect of life, and you're just so well rounded as I continue on talking to you.
Oh, thanks.
I've also.
Uh-oh, you froze. Oh no. Hello. Oh no.
Easy, you froze. I'm about to text you. Oh no.
Oh no.
It's okay. Let's see.
Did he say he was 28? I could be his whole mama. Okay.
Yeah, he's yeah, I think he's about to turn.
There he is. He's back. He's back. Wait, okay. I saw him move.
Hi. I didn't know what happened.
You froze for a very long time. Uh-oh, did he freeze again? He froze again.
Dang, easy.
Okay, there he is. Maybe we should stay like
something's
this.
Something's going on here.
Yeah, it's sabotage. Okay, you're back. Okay,
no universal technical difficulty.
It's all good. I'm listening though. What was your question?
I was gonna ask, just with your performance coming up this week at the Funny Bone, what can you expect from the audience?
Oh, from the audience, I'm hoping that they have a good time, that they get to know me a little bit better, that I get to talk ish, that we just have a good doggone time. Like, I'm so excited this is one of the first places that we're going on the road, me and Finesse Mitchell. So it's very, very, very exciting that, that we're taking this journey together. Finesse and I work together as husband and wife on a Fox sitcom. And so to be paired up, our agent is really smart. She paired us up because we could help one another. He can help me get better. I can help bring audiences. And together we make a really great team. So I think people are going to have a good time. They're going to get to know me more. And eventually, I would like for this to turn into a one-woman show on Broadway. But we'll get there. We will get there. So I just want y'all to have a good time and laugh. We got to heal each other together, and laughter is a healer. So that's what I'm expecting. I hope everybody makes it out and comes and hangs out with me for my birthday.
We're definitely coming to hang out with you for your birthday.
Yes, will you be there? Will you be there?
I was about to say, yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna pull up on you.
Yes, I love it. Okay.
Remember, we said we celebrating our birthday.
That's right. Yes, we will. We will. I don't drink, but I'll have a cranberry juice on you. I'll buy you a drink too.
Where can we find you on social media?
Under my name on all platforms. It's Tisha Campbell.
We appreciate you, Tisha Campbell. I appreciate you being here live with us right here on 101.1 The Wiz.
Yes. Can't wait to see y'all. And see you on the 11th and 12th. Can't wait to see you. Get your deck on. They're going fast.
I hope when you're here, you try a little bit of Skyline Chili.